All right, now we're rolling, I guess, and I'm going to just go ahead and put this on the bicycle and point it outward, the same way I did in an earlier video. It's a beautiful day in November. It's November 4th. We're in Columbia, and we're going to try to make it all the way. I'm going to try to make it all the way to Bainbridge. Believe I'm ready. Heading up the hill, got my water bottles. Train coming, better get across the tracks or get whacked. Never had a train come through here before. Whatever. To your left. Thank you. Beginning of the Northwest River Trail. Beat the train across the crossing. Maybe I'll see it along the way. Temperatures in the 50s or so. I'd say low 50s, mid 50s, which is fine. You do set up a breeze when you get going. So that changes the equation a little bit with comfort, but it's just right. I think once I get warmed up, I'll be fine. Morning. There goes the train. How did it take so long to catch up? Dripping going on here. A little tunnel. It is noteworthy that it rained quite a bit the other night, Friday night, in many places, and that the river has been historically high. Leads me to believe that there could be some flooding, although I don't think so. Hopefully it's maintained its banks at least, and if not that, at least not flooded the trail, as has been the case many times over this past summer. Kids on bikes, mom having her issues. Tipped the kid over. Tipped her over on her bike. Guess she didn't mean to do that. Walkers, runners, never saw so many pedestrians on the trail. Left. Outskirts of Marietta, little parking area up here, little outfitter for hikers, fishers, paddlers. Get on the rough road for a bit. I don't know why this bike computer isn't working. Not doing a thing. Well, don't need it. A little bit of change in color around here. It's about time. It's November 4th. Into the streets of Marietta for a short bit, and I'll cross over the railroad tracks and into the woods. Right up here, past this traffic barrier. Hello. Now into the woods here, down a little gravel path here. We're back in the woods. Get through my gap here before these guys get there. Hi. Yacht Club to my left. Guess it's more a boat club than a yacht club. We'll arrive up here at what is known as Checkpoint Blonde for reasons I won't get into. It's Checkpoint Blonde. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Well, there's a blonde. Maybe that's indicative of where we are. Now the other side thereof. Well, first look at the river. Looks about as high as the other day. I thought it might be a little higher after the rains on Friday night. It's high, but not extraordinarily so, I think. Well, I turned the camera around, so let's just see how this picture looks. It might look horrible, so in which case I'll just edit the whole thing out. But just thought I'd try it, see how it works. I'm going to mount up and ride out of here. There we go. And on towards Shots Mill Bridge. A little break here. Back onto the trail. There we go.
Right on your left.
Turn the camera back on to head down here to this little section that winds down and ends up at Shots Mill Bridge. Just got to watch it down here because you can't see around the corners. There's the mighty Susquehanna. And it doesn't flood the bridge like it has before, but it's a bit higher than it was the other day. A lot higher than it was the other day. Under the bridge. Up the other side. On toward Bainbridge. Run the camera again as we approach Bainbridge. See a little architecture through the woods there, and we're passing some boat storage along the river, up this little rise and over the top and down into the parking lot. The biker bar, straight on. Railroad tracks crossing. People. Wow. Whole stack of people here. Susquehanna at Bainbridge, little town here, and there's a Boy Scout troop fixing to head up the trail. I just want to get out ahead of them, so I'm going to jump right on and head back. And here we go, into the woods. Put the camera back on so that we can take a quick look at the white cliffs of Kanoi, and there they are on the riverbank, on the riverfront here, and I really don't know what they are. There's a little sign here, bike parking area. I think it's industrial waste, but obviously it's not hazardous, so they wouldn't put up a sign. So there you go, a little recreation area that's made up of some kind of material right here on the banks of the Susquehanna. All right, back on the trail. Still got battery. I'm going to shut off after I get going. Bring you back sometime later on in the ride. Just turn the camera on here with a view of the Susquehanna. Again, this is from the picnic pavilion, and good resting place. Done about 15 miles, and got a good 5 to go at least, so we'll see how that's going to work. I haven't done this distance in a while. All right, going through the tunnel here at Checkpoint Blonde, and about to head up the hill to the streets of Marietta. So I'm going to downshift a whole bunch because there's a mighty hill coming up, short but steep. So we'll see how I do on it today. Fortunately, it's short, but it does take its toll, especially after 15, more like 17 miles, I guess. So here we go. Pumping vigorously, pumping slowly, climbing. Legs are burning a little, but we're almost there. All right, cresting the hill and onto the streets. All right, still ticking. Make our way through Marietta.